It took me 3 weeks to learn what I'm about to teach you in 1 hour. And then what is it? It is the Framer layout template. Framer recently introduced layout templates and they've completely changed how I build websites for clients, not just clients, for myself, for agencies, for companies, for anyone in particular, right? And then every landing page I design right now starts with layout templates. The reason I use them because they are faster, they are cleaner, and for me, they are far more flexible than building page by page. So what I mean page by page is, so let's assume this is your navigation bar. So this is a navigation bar, right? So instead of putting navigation bar, not here, so you go to new page, you have your nav bar here, you paste your nav bar here. Hold on, you paste your nav bar here, right? So let me just change the color of this so you can see. So yeah, so you paste your nav bar and then you go again. So this is going to be the about page, and then you do another one again, and this is going to be the services, and you paste. So instead of doing this way, you create the template, you use the framer template, and then it helps make it makes your work faster. I don't know about anyone, but for me, it's when it's when you know the word supercharge. For me, it's super fast, right? So if you want to move quickly as a designer, especially on clients work or your personal project, using the framer templates is a game changer. So in case you're asking, oh, Amarachi, what is the framer template? Well, in my own understanding, it's a reusable layout, the structure that controls spacing, it controls the section, and then the content flow across your website, whatever it is that you're building, right? So it controls both your About Us page, the services page, the etc pages that you're working on. It controls all of it. So instead of what's it called, editing multiple pages, you update one layout and everything stays consistent, right? It simply makes changes faster. It also makes it editing easier and also helps you stay focused. So that's the purpose, the whole purpose of this video. I would be explaining and I'll be showing you how I use the Framer templates to design, because I'll be using to design a landing page that will be out on the Framer marketplace. You should look out for it, watch out for it. This is the landing page. It's super, super, super sweet design. Looking at it, it's sweet, or it's for that company that knows what they are doing, and they look at this design and they say, yes, I need this landing page, I need this landing page, this landing page is for you. And then you watching as well, it's also going to be useful for you because you're going to learn how I design landing pages or how I use it per se. So let's get into it. So one thing I like to start with is making my breaking my the desktop I use. So I like to have 4 breakpoints. I start with the desktop large, and then I give it the 1400. That's 1440. I mean to say, and no, I want to be sure that this is the Framer template, but this is not a template, this is the home page. So I come here. So there are two ways to go into the Framer template. You can see it here at the left panel, or you click on this and then you go to templates here. So either ways, anyone, you can still go there. So yeah, I go here. Now what I want to work with first is the navigation bar. So I draw this, then I name it the navigation bar. Now I want to do the same thing for the template. So desktop large, 1440, 1440, I mean to say, 1440. So this is going to be our navigation bar, and our navigation bar is supposed to be in auto layout. Now for the padding, we'll do 12 and then we'll do 60, 12 and 60, done. Now let's bring in our navigation bar. This is the design in Figma, and then I'm building it up in Framer. Solid, solid, solid templates that every founder, agencies, or you yourself need to buy. You really need to buy this landing page. So I will be pasting this here, and I'll put it here so that I can see what I'm working on faster, and I'll be very fast. So a lot of people said, oh, I'm actually, do you build directly in Framer? Yes, I do. I just don't see. I don't just do this copy and paste inside there. No, I don't do it. So I do this, and I like to, what's it called? Do my own from scratch. So I'll bring these two together. Select these two together. Copy. Now paste outside here. Then name this logo, and then I would go to the inserts and bring in my hamburger menu, the icon. Let's look for menu here. This is menu. And I'll right click and add a stack to the menu and name it hamburger. Then I'll select these two together. I click and node and make it stack auto layout, anything, and name it logo slash hamburger. So the reason I'm doing this, it's for my tablet and mobile responsiveness when I get to that stage. And hamburger done. So I'm going to fit this, and also for the width and the height, I'm going to fit them. So cut and paste here, done. And then next thing I want to work on is the for the menu. So I want to draw. I don't want to draw a frame yet. I want to just write the text. So I would bring this out. I'm holding down the option key. If you're using a Windows, it's the Alt. If you're using a MacBook, it's the option. And then I want to change this to Satoshi. I love working with Satoshi. If for every template I use, not all templates anyways, but Satoshi is one of my go-to fonts to use. So this is going to be from line to EM, and I want to create my text style. So this is going to change from body to nav text, and then come here and give it breakpoints. So if you're wondering, this my website is not responsive, this is it, the breakpoints for large, medium. If you have four breakpoints, you're going to see the XL, then you see large, then you see the medium, and then you see for small. So now this is going to be our gray text, our gray text color, and done. Now I'm going to fit this, then right click, and then add stack, and this is going to be my link nav, no, not nav, menu link. Now I'm going to give it what's it called, padding 4 6 4 6 or 4 8. Then I want to give this, I want to create a variable for the text. So done, we are done with this. Now if you notice something, guys, let's go back. If you notice something, there's a chevron button, a drop down. But if you also notice, it's not the same thing for all. So do you want to now say, oh, I want to create this button twice? No. What you just do is, now I'm going back to the components. Let me insert my icon 16, 16, and then I go, I look for chevron, and this is going to be gray text, and then an over is going to be dark. And let me reduce the gap to something, say 4. Yeah, so now for this icon, I'm going to say visibility, create a variable for the visibility, and then we are done. So cut this and paste it inside there. We don't need this guy for now, so let's hide you. Now duplicate, 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 select everything together, right click, add stack, and then it's going to be our menu. Now fit content. Good. So for this is product, this is solutions. So we have solutions here. There's something wrong. Yeah, I knew that there was something wrong. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, I created the, just in the wrong place. So this is as I was supposed to. Okay, no need to do this. What I'll just do is I'll just set, since we already have a variable set. Yep. Now go come back here. Good. That's changed now. So this is resources, enterprise. You're going to be like, hey Amarachi, there's no what's it called? There's no drop down. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. I'm trying to set up all of these things. Then we take off the, yeah, so select these three together. And now for the visibility, turn it off so you can see we have what we have. Exactly. So now let's do the those buttons. So like change this to nav button so that when I'm looking for assets, since I already know, oh, these are the names I gave them, it will be very much easier for me to look for particular assets that I'm trying to find. This is going to be 823, padding top 8, right 23. This contains three components, nav buttons. There's going to be our primary, then we have our secondary. Now for our primary, when we over, it's going to be pure black. Let's create a variable for our text. But before that, let's change this to Satoshi. No need to even change it. So let's just give it nav bar, this text, and then change the color here to white. To white. So for our secondary, what do we have here? So for our secondary, go back to templates. We have you can check this or just right click and do copy style. Then you go back to where you have this, right click and paste the style. So you do 823, 8 and 23. And then this is going to change from white to dark. So and then when you over, you can see when you over, it should give us dark. The text should be white. And then you're removing the stroke. Stroke you give it. Good. So now we duplicate this, right click, add them together, add stack, then let me city buttons, its contents. And this is going to move from primary to secondary, and this is going to be 7 cap. This is going to move from login to sign in. Login, create variable. Let's see, set variable. We have variable sets. Okay, so we don't have any variable. I've created a variable for it. And now we have the login here and paste. So we have sign in and then we have login. Good. So cut and then paste. Now one last thing to do, we are going to select these things that we've added together from the logo Hamburg to from the logo down to the buttons. Right click and then add stack. I'm going to name it nav wrapper or nav container. And then fill space between done. So we've gotten our nav bar. Very easy. Now the next thing I want to work on now is what's it called? Our footer. But before that, let's right click, give this fit, fill this up. This is not supposed to be filled, it's supposed to be in fixed position, and then you want to increase the Z index to 8 or 10 or 9 or 4 or anything. I mean, it all depends on you. So right click and create component navbar. So it's going to be desktop large. It's going to be desktop large. So when you do this, you see desktop small, and then you resize it to this value. and then it's going to be the tablet. So for me, I love to work on like work use this padding 32, 32, and 16, 16 for mobile. 32 year, 32 year. Now, remember the hamburger that we created, the hamburger that we designed, and then you'll be asking yourself, why did you do this? Why did you do that? This is where we're going to be using it. So select this together, hide you. But first, let's change this to 810, not 1 to 810. Yeah, good. Now hamburger, hamburger, make it visible. Yes. Now our logo and hamburger, let's make it filled and space between. Done. Right? So come here, and then this is for mobile. Mobile is going to be 16, 16, and then 390. Good. And yeah, that's it. So we've gotten this. So when I not here, go back here. So when you do this, you see that you have the extra three desktop, I mean breakpoints. So when you do this, so you have your tablet to add, and then you have your mobile to add, and you can see it now responsive. Can you see? Yeah. So it's also the same thing for the footer. So let's say this is the footer. Let's copy the footer. So right click, plug in Figma to copy everything. Copied. Still wait. Okay. So now let's go back here and let's paste inside here. Well, we did not copy the last one, but let's just skip. So we'll come to this place. This is going to be our footer. It contains, and then we're going to give a padding of this is going to be 100, 60, 100, 60. And you will want to fill all of those things and make them responsive and all of that. But let's just be fast. I want to show you something. And once I'm done, I would make them responsive. So fit and fit. And then when you cut this, you paste it here. You feel then you see that again, you would not work on responsiveness for this one. We just did it the shortcut. Supposed to make it a component as well, and then do it for the breakpoints. But can you see now? This is how I work, like using the template. Very easy. So when you come back to the home page, if I should add a new page, you can see. So for every page, it is adding up already. For this space now, what you can use this space for is for the home page, that is the hero section, the about us page, and blah blah blah. I'll show you so you can see when I paste here. Let me fill this. And then when I draw down, see that so now this is it. So the hero section, about us page, features, pricing, testimonial, blah blah blah. Everything can fit into um this frame. So you can name it main, or you can name it body, or anything. It's more like the div blog, the container. So yeah, this is how to use what's it called, the framer template. Super easy, guys. Super easy. You can see how it took less than 10 to 15 minutes to achieve. Right. So if you pay attention and watch this closely, you would learn and understand. Yeah, the mobile is responsive. Just the tablet. The tablet is not fully, and the what's it called? The footer I mean to say is not fully responsive. We're going to work on that. But yeah, I hope you've been able to learn one or two. If you do have questions, please shoot me a DM. You can find me on all socials on Thread Amarachi, Waze or Bin Amarachi, Instagram Bin Amarachi, Twitter Bin Amarachi, LinkedIn Iwezi Amarachi, and my website is on my bio. You can also click that, follow me. Anyway, I also have a Substack where I write and share insightful things that you would find helpful. You can do well to subscribe and also belong and be a part of what's called the growth. Until I get to do this again, stay safe, guys, and thank you.